Let's talk about how to reframe our thinking when we switch a calorie target and we feel panicky, right? So I just had a coaching client leave me a voice message, and she's bumping her calories down to 1800 from 2000. And she said, I don't know why, Heather, this is really messing with my head. I know I'm not making the progress. I want to make it 2000 calories, but seeing that number 1800 is kind of wigging me out a little bit, and I don't know why. And I explained to her, this is a simple truth, right? If I'm a fly on the wall and I'm taking photographs of everything you eat all day long, the way you prepare your food, the amount of nuts you put on your yogurt, the amount of peanut butter you put on your toast, the amount of cheese you put in your fajitas, all of those cumulative choices you make with food have supported you being the weight you are. So if let's just pretend right now you're a 250-pound person. All of the ways you consume these foods between snacks and portions and selections of foods all support you being 250 pounds. No matter if we look at numbers or not, those meals physically have to look different. And you guys know, you've been on Instagram. You'll see a picture where someone shows the exact same meal side by side, and they'll say this version of the meal is 300 calories, this version of the meal is 500 calories, right? And all they did was remove like a little bit of cheese or a few slices of avocado or, a couple little things that alter the calories by a few hundred. The reason that we have to think like that is because we get bunched up by numbers when we think of dieting, but the reality is if you've got 50, 100 or more pounds to lose, the compositions of your meals, the size of your meals, all the things you put in there have got to change to support the body of a person that weighs 50 or 100 pounds less. So here's an example. My kids, especially my oldest, he's almost my height, and he weighs about 60 to 70 pounds less than me. So we're almost the same height. He's 60 to 70 pounds less than me. If I were to eat similar meals to him all the time, which he eats totally different than I do, if I were to eat meals similar to him, portions, stopping when I'm satisfied, all those things, my weight would probably come more in line with where his weight is, because I would be eating in the similar fashion to somebody who weighs 50 to 60 pounds less than me, right? So instead of allowing the numbers to bug you, this is what you might want to say. Let me try taking photos of what I eat now, every day, and that support me being this weight, because my weight's not budging. And if I were to have all these meals again, what are some small tweaks I could make? Like if I had to do an Instagram lineup here of all my meals before and after, how could I alter the composition of these meals to where they would be less caloric value and help me achieve that smaller body that I'm trying to achieve, right? And over time, would that then create you eating less calories? Well, absolutely it would. But you can focus on the calories, or you can focus on the food, the composition, the meals, the quantity, the ingredients, all of those things, and say, all of this cumulatively has gotten me to be the weight that I am. If I want to weigh less, ultimately, I've got to change all of this stuff. And it doesn't have to happen overnight. I talk about habits and behavior change and really doing things you can sustain. So start with the things that you feel less resentment about, less restriction about, and say, how can I change maybe dinners? Could I take a little less rice? Could I put a little less cheese? Could I use a lighter sour cream? Look at alterations you're willing to make. Just like if you were doing the Instagram side-by-sides, that would create that calorie deficit. So whether you track calories or not, irrelevant. The way that you eat, everything, is why the weight is supported the way it's been. If you want to change the weight, the meals have to mirror somebody who would be a weight that you're shooting for, right? It has to change over time, or your weight won't change over time. So I would encourage you, don't get bunched up by the numbers. Focus on that if that is something that tends to derail you. You guys have a great day. If videos like this are helping you, please share, subscribe on YouTube, give me a thumbs up so I know that you're liking this, and also drop me questions, because a lot of times those give me some great ideas on videos to cover for you in the future. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon.